Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have new polling and focus group information to share with you guys about Donald Trump, and I have to say it's pretty delicious. So, both swing state voters and Gen Z are turning on him, and a large number of them want Trump to be impeached. So, before I get into this, please do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button below this video. It is free, truly appreciate it. So, here's what's new. The group known as Free Speech for People released the findings of a poll that they commissioned, and it shows that almost half of the likely voters in swing districts want Donald Trump to be impeached. I mean, this is almost unreal. 49% of the respondents said they support impeaching Trump. So that was a plurality, but not a majority. 45% said they strongly support impeachment out of that group. Also, 56% of these swing district likely voters, which is who they spoke with, they disapprove of the way Donald Trump is doing his job. The company that conducted the poll wrote, quote, "It is remarkable and, as far as we know, unprecedented for such a large proportion of voters in swing districts to support impeachment of a president in the first year of their term." So that should concern Trump. The other thing that should worry him is how many of his Gen Z voters are pissed off and starting to feel like he's just not following through on his campaign promises. So the New York Times released the results of a focus group that they conducted. It was small. They always are. It was 11 Gen Z Trump voters who are feeling disillusioned with Trump. So take a look at this. So this group was comprised of 6 men and 5 women, 6 white people, 4 black people, and 1 Hispanic person. Here are some of the complaints that some of them had. So a guy named Corey, he's a 31-year-old white Republican. He said, quote, "Inflation is one thing that really irks me. Where I'm living, what we used to be able to afford in our suburb is unrealistic at this point, and the tariffs are going to raise prices even more." 33-year-old black Republican Quentin, he said, quote, "The inflation too, and I'm tired of renting. I'm trying to purchase a home here in I keep saying the next couple of years. I've been saying that for 10 years now. It's been hard. The job market's not the best. I'm thankful to still have a job, yes, but a carton of eggs, it's ridiculous on top of everything else. So I feel like a lot of people, including myself, are in survival mode." A 28-year-old black Republican agreed with him, and they said, quote, "Everything just seems mad expensive these days. Prices used to be way lower." And then they asked them to rate how things are going in America right now on a scale from 1 to 5. So 5 of the participants gave it a 2, and 6 of them said a 3. Now, for reference, 1 means everything is a disaster, and 5 means, oh, everything's fabulous. So the moderator asked some of them to explain their ratings, and of the people who rated it a 2, one of them said, I'll bring this up for you, quote, "Changes were needed to improve the way the country is running, but maybe some of them are too drastic, in my opinion, and maybe not well advised. That ranges from health to tariffs to government arrangement, discrimination. I'm concerned about what else is coming. I understand the need for adjustments, but maybe not to this level." So that was a 32-year-old white Republican named Sarah. And they asked them to say the first word that comes to their mind when they think about Trump. The answers were not good for Trump. So some were dictatorship, reckless, overpowering, aggressive. In regard to why they voted for Trump, 4 of them said that basically it was an affirmative vote for Trump. They liked him. But 6 of them said that it was a vote against Kamala Harris. And a couple of them explain their reasoning in more detail. So a 28-year-old Florida resident, a black Republican, his name is John, he said, I have this for you guys. He said, quote, I mostly did it because of investment reasons, business reasons. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I regretted my vote. I feel like even though my specific investment in cryptocurrency is doing good overall, he has ruined the cryptocurrency market for a lot of cryptocurrencies. A lot of these rich people are just pumping and dumping stuff, coming out with tokens, and this is not really what I voted for. I just wanted him to do good with business, the economy. With tariffs, I didn't know the tariffs were going to be this extreme. That's not helping anything out at all. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking, right? Like Donald Trump even did a pump and dump with his own cryptocurrency. So it's like, yeah, you should definitely regret your vote. And then a 32-year-old Missouri resident and a white Republican, her name is Jody, she told the moderator in part, quote, I really liked a lot of what I saw in his first term, especially economy wise. It made me feel a lot more secure. I felt like I had a lot more buying power and could really improve my station. It just seems like he really came out of the gate really aggressively, doing a lot more than what I really was anticipating and expecting. The tariffs feel really risky and are giving me a lot of anxiety this time around. The moderator also asked them which specific policies and decisions they're unhappy with. And it was really a mixed bag. So there was a 32-year-old Hispanic independent. His name is Juan, and he complained about Trump's ongoing involvement in the foreign wars. And then this other person said, quote, and I have this one, I think. They said, quote, I believe Trump was focused on lowering drug prices, prescription drug prices. I have a chronic condition. I'm a type 1 diabetic. And since he has taken office, my medications have tripled in price. Again, I don't know if that's a correlation to where I live or my insurance, but it's gotten to a point where for a disease I did not cause and do not have any control over, seeing a very high increase in the prices that I'm paying. Ooh, I would imagine that this person is not happy right now, that Corey is freaking out because, as you guys may have all heard, he just announced that he is imposing tariffs on pharmaceuticals, on prescription drugs. We get a ton of our prescription drugs from other countries. So prices are going to be even more obscene. Anyway, another person, a 32-year-old white independent voter named Kelsey, they told the moderator that, or she told the moderator, she is unhappy about Trump's immigration policy because, quote, I just think it's way too aggressive. Even if it's the worst of the criminals, can they be treated more humanely once they get to the deportation centers? And then Kelsey agreed with that and added, quote, criminals, drug dealers, violent people don't belong here. The thing I'm worried about is this administration's use of executive power. I have a hard time trusting in my current democracy and my constitution when I'm not really sure I'm seeing those honored even in these processes of deportation. Sometimes I don't know if I'm getting the real truth and if somebody was documented and causing certain issues, or were they not? Is it just anything goes? Yeah, it really is. This next one was really telling. So the moderator asked if Donald Trump's second term is going as they expected, worse than they expected, or better than expected. 5 of the 11 said that it's going as they expected. 6 of the 11 said it is worse than they expected. There was not a single one who said, oh yeah, this is going great. This is exceeding my expectations. So, I see these people on Twitter all the time. Oh, he's doing better than I anticipated. I'm so happy. If I could vote for him again, I would, blah, blah, blah. These people don't get it, and they think that they are the majority. They don't understand how much erosion he's had in his base already. So back to this focus group, when they asked these people to explain, one of them cited the foreign wars. Another one said that Trump should focus on other things and stop bringing the National Guard to cities. And then another one told the moderator, which I have here, quote, "For me, it comes down to taxes and jobs. The job market is just not good at all. I have a lot of friends and family members who are struggling to find work. He made it seem like he was going to look out for the working class people, and it's the exact opposite." Yeah, kind of like he's a billionaire who was born with a silver spoon shoved up his ass and has never had to work an honest day in his life and was handed everything. And his daddy gave him almost $500 million and he still blew it. It's kind of like that. Anyway, when they asked them if Trump is focused on the right issues, only one of them said yes. And when they asked if Trump's doing a good job with his tariffs, not a single participant raised their hand. Now, here's the problem for the Democrats. All 11 of them said that they are likely to vote for the Republican candidates in the future. And they had a lot of negative thoughts about the Democratic Party. So several of them mentioned that the Democrats lack an identity. Some said they lack strong leadership. What really shocked me was who they support in the Republican Party, because, you think of these people, especially Gen Z, as like the MAGA Republicans who like Trump being brash and they like, his persona and like the way he gets stuff done and he's a bully and blah, blah, blah. But two of the women said that they actually liked Nikki Haley, who is typical traditional Republican. Two other people mentioned Ron DeSantis, which, I mean, that ship has sailed, people. he blew it. That's not coming back. And then other people name checked Marco Rubio. One mentioned Josh Hawley. Another mentioned, of course, JD Vance. However, this was really interesting as well. When the moderator asked if JD Vance was going to be a good next leader of the Republican Party, only one of the 11 raised their hand. So this confirms what I have been saying, what I've been seeing, is that he doesn't have the juice. JD Vance does not have it. He does not have the charisma. He is not a Donald Trump figure. He might be trying to act like him, which actually a few of them said that. The few of them said and explained, I don't see him having his own opinions. I don't see him having his own personality. He's just trying to be a clone of Trump. So very, very mixed, I would say, a mixed bag of goodies, mixed bag of jelly beans. I mean, not good for the Democrats, but definitely not good for Trump and not good at all for JD Vance. And who's going to take over? Who is going to head up the MAGA Republican Party when Trump is gone? I don't know. They may end up rudderless. They may end up without a leader, just like the Democrats right now. So anyway, guys, when I hear more, I'll let you know. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.